Recording?
1 second. Take picture. Stop recording. Stop recording video.
Alright. Hey guys, it's been a while. I do apologize. I just got back from Indiana on Saturday, and I've been tired and attempting to catch up on schoolwork and everything since then. Okay, and the week before I was making a video to upload, and some stuff went wrong, and I never got around to remaking it, so... yeah. Okay, so here is my Stories Written by God. I've promised this video for a while. Well, this was a video I was working on when some stuff went wrong. Okay, so this video is my favorite Bible story. And that would be the story of Job. Now, let me explain the story to you guys real fast, and then I'll get into why I really enjoy it. So Job was pretty much, Job was like, he was a very close man to God. He was a very good man. He never sinned. He never did anything, So God, gave him a lot of things, He gave him children, sheep, everything. He made Job a very wealthy man. Well, one day, Satan told God, he's like, hey, Job only loves you because you gave him all this stuff. How about you take it away, and I bet you he'll curse you. So God's like, go ahead, take it away, but you can't touch Job. So, so Satan destroys everything of Job's. He burns Job's sheep alive. He kills all of his servants, and he makes a giant wind crush the house of his children inside of it. He had 7 sons and 3 daughters. Now, later on, Satan comes to God again, and God's like, Job still didn't sin, even though you punished him without reason. He's like, he's still not mad at me, even though you punished him for no reason whatsoever. And so Satan's like, well, it's because you wouldn't let me touch him. You gave him his health, and he's gonna still obviously love you because you're still protecting him. So God's like, all right, fine, touch Job, give him sickness, give him whatever you want, but you are not allowed to kill him. So Satan goes and he gives Job boils. Now, boils are incredibly painful, guys, and Job had them all over his body, from the top of his head to the bottom of his feet. And Job took a piece of a broken clay pot, and he scraped his boils with them. And, at this point, Job is miserable. He has nothing. He thinks God's abandoned him, and to add the icing to the cake, his wife's like, why do you still love God? Just curse God and die. And Job's like, no. Why would you do that? He was like, are we supposed to get good things and not get evil? Not get bad things too? So all of Job's friends come, and they're basically like, Job, what did you do wrong? What is wrong with you? You did something wrong, buddy. Tell us what it is. Maybe we can help. And Job's over and over, and like, I didn't do anything. I don't know what's going on. And Job was pretty terrified, in my opinion, at this point, guys. His friends accuse him of doing something wrong. So finally God appears, and God's like, look, do you guys know what I know? He's like, did you guys make the earth? Don't presume to understand how I think. Which is a very good lesson we need to remember, guys. We can never, ever think we know how God thinks. Because we don't. We will never know. Because he thinks on a level so much farther away than ours. He thinks on a level so much higher than ours. Now, sorry guys. So, God and Job, God explains everything to Job. He's like, look, I had to test you. He's like, I tested you, and you passed, because Job never sinned once. Now, the reason I really enjoy this story, guys, let me get into why I enjoyed it, is this. Job was a good man. He's a much better man than I will ever be. I will never be as good of a man as Job was. Because I've already screwed up. You guys know I've already screwed up. But God doesn't care about that. He doesn't care about my past so long as my future is different. Now, the reason I really enjoy it, though, is that
Viewfinder. Image.
if Job, someone who doesn't deserve any of the stuff he got, he didn't deserve any of the suffering he got. He did nothing to get it. And God was testing him. And obviously, it's God's right to test us whenever he feels that we need to be tested. And another thing was God proving Satan wrong. It was another nail in the coffin for Satan and his pride. And I have a whole other video planned for that. Anyway, obviously, but Job never sinned, not even once. He never wrongly accused God of doing anything. Even after all that stuff he went through. He probably felt abandoned. He probably felt that God was abandoning him, but he never sinned. He probably thought, I did something. But he couldn't remember what it was. I mean, he never thought he did something because he didn't know. And at one point he even says, teach me and I'll listen. He's saying, if you can tell me what I did wrong, I'll admit that I did it wrong, but I don't know what I did wrong.
Viewfinder. Image. 6 minutes. 53 seconds. Take picture. Stop recording video. Stop recording video. Button. Take picture. 6 minutes. 57 seconds.
So, that's why I really enjoy that story, guys. Because if Job could go through all that, and then we go into the New Testament and we see Jesus, the Son of God, who never did anything to deserve the suffering and punishment that he got, but he went through it. If Job and Jesus could go through that stuff, innocent beings, who take on pain and everything like that, Job was an example for us. We have no right to complain, guys. We don't. We have it easy compared to what Job got. If you're having a bad day, don't get mad at God. I mean, you could have had what Job had. And then we have to think, if we think something's too hard, then look at Jesus. What if Jesus had decided he didn't want to go up on that cross, guys? What if Jesus had been like, you know what? I don't think so. We'd all be lost, guys. But he didn't. It's like Jesus and God had a conversation, I think. And God's like, this is going to happen. And Jesus is like, tell me when. Jesus is like, I'm ready. Because even when he's praying, he's like, I'm terrified. But I'll do it. If you guys ever read Paradise Lost, even then Jesus said, it's a very good book. I would definitely recommend it for those of you who would be interested. But even then, Jesus is like, I'll do it. I mean, it's not like he enjoys it. Obviously not, but he cares about us, and he loves us so much that he's willing to go through that pain. It's like I wrote on my Twitter post this morning. I wrote, remember the cross if you ever doubt that Jesus loves you. Because there should be no doubt. If you remember that cross, guys, there should never be a doubt that Jesus loves you. So, that's my favorite Bible story is Job, and I have a couple others, but Job has always been, ever since I've read it, it's always been my favorite. I've always enjoyed that story, and I love the fact that we're going over it in my Bible class now. My Bible study group that I'm a part of at church. I love the story of Job. It's a very beautiful story, I think. It's, like I said, it's God showing us, you want a guide to resisting temptation. Here you go. This is Job. Read it. Here's how you, fight back. Because I think that Satan was jealous of Job above all else. Because the stories, Satan used to be God's favorite angel. Lucifer was God's favorite angel. And then he rebelled and he fell. So I think a large part of it is he's mad. And he's jealous of Job because Job is, Job was God's favorite human then. During that time period. I don't know if God actually picks favorites. I don't know. But, God and Job were very, very close. And so Satan's like, well, if I can't have it, no one can. It's like an angry ex who destroys your property because they don't want to give it back to you. Or it's like an ex who doesn't want you to date anyone else but they don't want you. It's a whole, well, I don't, well, it's, I mean, in some cases it's, I don't want it, but no one else can have it. But in Satan's case, it's, well, if I can't have it, no one else can either. I don't want them to have it. And basically he's acting like a spoiled child. And that's really what he is, guys. And that's why you shouldn't be afraid of him. Because he's weak. It's like I told one of the children in my class, who was 4. I told her, I'm like, you are stronger than Satan. Because you are with God. He's gone. Satan is outcast. He's weak. If you have faith, he is weak.
Viewfinder. Minute. 11 minutes. 26 seconds.
Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I really hope you guys enjoyed this story. Please leave suggestions for future videos. And, if you guys want me to run over, like, quick Bible stories, I would love to do that. I'm going to start doing that, actually. That's pretty much it. Subscribe for more Eddie Cox, and God bless all of you.
11 minutes. Take picture. Stop recording video.